All right. So we're about 3 minutes past the top of the hour here. So let's just go ahead and get started. Thank you everyone for joining today's webinar. We are excited to talk more around how you can seamlessly migrate to Journey Designer for organizations that are currently leveraging us for employee journey management. My name is Scott Smith. I'm with our product management team here at ServiceNow. I'm also joined by my colleague Krista Turbin from our solutions consultant team to walk you through how you can actually migrate. So before we dive right in, one thing I do want to note is that this conversation is under safe harbor. So we are going to be talking about forward-looking statements and things could change. So please take that into note when you are considering this presentation. Also, today's webinar is part of a broader series of webinars and exchanges that ServiceNow hosts as part of our Live on ServiceNow platform. So if you're interested in seeing more programs like this or webinars like this for employee workflows, as well as across the rest of the ServiceNow platform, feel free to take a screenshot here or in follow-up, follow the link through this QR code provided, and it will take you to all of the upcoming events that we have. So before we get into a little bit of housekeeping. So we did save time for live Q&A at the end. So we will have time for folks, if you want to come off mute, to share your thoughts and feedback and ask us questions. However, throughout the presentation, to streamline the process, please use the Q&A button at the bottom of your screen. That way we can answer those questions throughout today's presentation. In addition, today's presentation will be recorded and shared on the ServiceNow community. So everyone will get a follow-up email after this to provide the link to this recording for future reference. As well as after this event, you will also be prompted to fill out a quick survey. Your feedback is really helpful to make sure that future content is pertinent and engaging. So once you get that survey, please go ahead and share your quick feedback with the team here. So without further ado, let's get into a little bit more around today's content. So as I said, my name is Scott Smith. I'm an outbound product manager here with Employee Workflows. I specifically focus within Employee Workflows on our employee journey management solutions. And I'm joined today by Krista Turbin, one of our great solutions consultants out in the field. She's also part of the Employee Workflows team, and she'll be walking you through a demo today about halfway through the presentation. So both of us are here to answer questions and help. Again, as those come up, feel free to prompt us directly in the Q&A section below. But to start us out today, I would love to understand a little bit more around what your familiarity is with Journey Designer. So we have a lot of different levels of familiarity. Some folks are very familiar, are implementing it soon. Maybe some of you have heard about this concept, but you don't really understand how it differentiates from the other applications that are part of ServiceNow, Employee Workflows, and Employee Journey Management. Or some of you might be completely unfamiliar with this concept of Journey Designer. All answers are perfectly fine. It would just be helpful to level set, make sure that we understand kind of the baseline knowledge of the group before we're going into any more detail. So we have let's give it about 15 more seconds for folks to complete this survey here. And then we'll go ahead and share the results. Excellent, excellent. All right, let's wrap that up and share the results with the team here. So it looks like a pretty good distribution of folks here. Some are familiar, the majority, or a plurality, I should say, seem to have some idea around what it is, but not quite understand how it differentiates. And then a strong group of folks are unfamiliar with that. That's perfectly fine. That was kind of the distribution we were expecting. So we're hoping by the end of today's presentation that you'll have all of your questions answered and more. So I always like to start these conversations with talking about a little bit of the history of the product. A lot of folks might have been with the ServiceNow platform for, going back 2 decades from Fred Luddy started it back in early 2000. But then a lot of folks over the last, 4 or 5 years have been uptaking ServiceNow and might need a little bit more familiarity with kind of the historical lens that we're bringing to this solution. So our journey, so to speak, with employee journey management began all the way back in 2017 when we delivered a solution for cross-departmental workflows for organizations. This came through our Lifecycle Events application. So it was really designed to create those organizational-wide workflows that facilitate complex journeys across multiple different departments, say HR, IT, workplace, legal, the plethora of the gambit, so to speak, across the organization. And a lot of organizations started with onboarding. That is typically where most organizations will see a lot of value in a solution like ServiceNow to help orchestrate those really complex moments that matter, like onboarding. But then they quickly find that there's other opportunities to, say, expand into offboarding, transitions, all sorts of different use cases that all require coordination from multiple different parts of the organization on one platform in one seamless workflow. So in 2021, we added functional and team level workflows on top of those cross-departmental workflows. We heard from multiple, many different organizations from 2017 through 2021 that the Lifecycle Events engine was really powerful for driving those cross-departmental workflows. But teams and functional leads wanted the ability to augment those for the specific needs of their part of the organization. So that's where Journey Accelerator came into play. It allowed managers, administrators, functional team leads to extend those cross-departmental workflows to facilitate the needs of their specific teams by creating plans and tasks just germane to the needs of their team. Really designed to extend the value of those cross-departmental workflows. In addition, we also released 2 new applications as part of this. First, a feedback mechanism called Listening Post that allows in-moment feedback for based off of the workflow and the actual actions that an employee or a manager or whoever is going through to capture that feedback and continuously improve the solution. In addition, we wanted to build in embedded learning to help build the ability for employees as they're going through these journeys to really focus on honing their skills and bringing the right skills to bear in this specific, whether they're joining a new organization, promoted within their organization, so on and so forth. And then in 2022, we took a refresh look at this experience and released Journey Designer, the application that we're really here to talk about today. So it's fundamentally a refreshed administration and user experience built on the latest ServiceNow technology. So it incorporates all the things that we've had in the past and is a choose your own adventure type of capability where you can bring in cross-departmental workflows, you can bring in those functional and team-specific workflows, you can build in the feedback and recommended learning, personalized welcome messages, all of that and more in one application, creating a new wrapper around all those previous applications as well. And that's really what Journey Designer is trying to get. But together, all of these applications come together to make employee journey management, the suite of solutions designed to make sure that when employees are going through complex moments that matter, that they have the right solutions and tools they need to make it seamless and great experience. So with employee journey management, we're really trying to drive 3 key outcomes for 3 key personas. First, for that employee, as I just said, we want that journey to be a seamless and personalized experience, no matter what type of journey that they're going through. We also want to empower the managers to be able to help their employees succeed during those moments that matter, as well as administrators, the ability to build, deploy, as well as continuously improve those journeys for those employees. And as I said earlier, a lot of organizations think about us initially for onboarding, and that's great. Like I said, it's one of the most complex parts of an employee's life cycle at an organization. But the flexibility of employee journey management allows us to bring in other types of journeys as well. Relocation, global mobility, promotions, transfers, as well as offboarding an employee as well. So it's one suite of solutions that is extensible to all sorts of different outcomes and all sorts of different journeys for our employees. So let's get into the structure a little bit, how you can think about this from a hierarchical standpoint. So as I said, Journey Designer is our refresh journey administration and user experience layer that wraps around the journey workflows that have already been part of the product, whether it's Lifecycle Events or Journey Accelerator. And then within those workflows, you can build those listening posts for continuous improvement, as well as those learning posts for embedded learning. Again, together, these create employee journey management, the one solution you need to build and deliver those great employee journeys. But let's go into, say, the journey administration experience layer in a little bit more detail. So Journey Designer, as I said, is our application that really houses or wraps around all of these existing applications to make one cohesive experience. So employees have a seamless experience as they're going through their journey, whether it's on a mobile device, on the web, connected through email or SMS, allows them to holistically get one experience as they're going through a complex journey. Managers get one view into that journey as well, and they can take action as needed and augment for the specific needs of their teams. And then administrators get one pane of glass to build and manage all of their journeys. Carolina, I see you have a question. Feel free to drop that into the Q&A section if you don't mind, and we can get to it as we go throughout the presentation. Otherwise, hold that question for the very end when we have some live Q&A. So as I said, this experience is really designed to make sure that each employee, each manager, and each administrator has one experience as they're going through these journeys, as opposed to fragmented experiences. And again, any of those questions, like Jesse, I see, please feel free to go ahead and drop that into the Q&A or hold that till the end for Q&A. So some of you might be thinking, why should we be joining, or why should we be migrating to Journey Designer? We're already using Lifecycle Events, for example. What additional value does this provide to us? So first and foremost, as I said earlier, it allows organizations to expand or extend those cross-departmental workflows with the personalization and feedback and learning tools that they need in one holistic experience. But I do want to make it clear that Journey Accelerator is not required to use Journey Designer, but it can be added to add a greater level of personalization. And we find that folks or organizations, as they mature with ServiceNow, often find that their managers or their teams are asking for the ability to extend those cross-departmental workflows. So this is a really great opportunity to begin investigating that at your organization. But it's not just that. It's also built on the latest technology. So as we went over earlier, back in 2017, we released the initial version of Lifecycle Events for cross-departmental workflows. There's been a lot of growth within the ServiceNow platform since then. So we wanted to take the opportunity in the last couple of years to make sure that our employee journey management solutions were leveraging the latest technology on ServiceNow. So we have new dedicated pages and widgets within the Employee Center Pro to go ahead and make sure that the experience for the users is a first class consumer grade experience. In addition, for our administrators, with the growth of the next experience capabilities on the ServiceNow platform, we can now leverage capabilities like that to build the admin console for administrators to go ahead and build and deliver those specific workflows. Journey Designer also comes with pre-built integrations to other parts of ServiceNow. So if for organizations that are leveraging Manager Hub, this has a pre-built automatic integration with that. So managers that have one view into all of the underlying activities of what their employees are going through, whether it's the day-to-day activities of their tasks and cases, all the way through their complex journeys of onboarding, offboarding, leaves of absence, for example. In addition, we have a new pre-built experience out of the box for our Now mobile application. So we have a new Journeys tab within that is part of Journey that can be leveraged by organizations using Journey Designer to quickly deploy mobile first experience or mobile capable experiences for their employees during journeys. Really great when you're thinking about onboarding. Maybe they don't have a personal device. They're waiting for their own laptop to come from your organization. This gives them the opportunity to keep track of their onboarding activities through their mobile device. Same thing for any other workflow as well. As they go through it, they have the flexibility to do it from a web-based experience or a mobile-based experience, whatever suits their needs. And then finally, we want to set up our organizations for our customers for long-term success. So new product innovations are going to be are dependent on Journey Designer. So for example, in our Washington, D.C. release, we released the capability for managers to complete tasks in bulk across multiple different journeys all at once. It has been an ask from customers, and we wanted to build that experience for our customers. And so that came as part of our Journey Designer application. You'll start seeing more and more of those incremental improvements and roadmap items aligned directly to the Journey Designer application. So we want to make sure that you're set up for long-term success by leveraging Journey Designer early in its release. So let's talk a little bit more about the Journey workflows, Lifecycle Events, and Journey Accelerator. So cross-departmental and team-specific workflows have been an area of support for a few years now for ServiceNow. So those cross-departmental workflows, as I said earlier, it's really defined and designed for administrators or centralized HR teams to build those complex workflows, kind of the blocking and tackling that everyone needs to do when they join or leave an organization, sign the HR documents, get or cut off IT access, provision or remove building access, so on and so forth. But then Journey Accelerator allows you to build those functional and team-specific workflows on top of those existing cross-departmental workflows. So it really empowers managers and functional team leaders to create a personalized plan for the specific needs of their function of their teams. So they can assign a mentor as a new hire or as someone that's joining a team through a promotion. They can they can actually schedule and create one-on-ones and meetings through Journey Accelerator based off of our Outlook integrations, as well as define role-specific tasks and learnings as part of that ramp-up process, as part of that overarching journey. But with Journey Designer, that employee just sees one single unified journey. So they don't necessarily see, oh, this is coming from HR or this is coming from my team. They just see the tasks and actions that they need to complete in order to complete this journey themselves. And they just have one simple experience. Now, both of these solutions allow for different types of tasking and activities. So what we like to think about, and these are not hard and fast rules, but these are a good way of thinking about if you are leveraging Lifecycle Events or you're thinking about expanding to Journey Accelerator, some of the considerations you should take into place. Typically, those Lifecycle Events are going to be those more advanced capabilities, those e-signatures, approvals, they trigger a flow, or you need a catalog item completed. Often they are fulfiller-based activities, or they require some sort of fulfiller-based activities. Or there's a multi-step process using our activity containers capabilities where it's triggering one action after the completion of another. And it shouldn't be really modified by other parts of the organization. It should be owned by that centralized ServiceNow or HR or whatever team is managing it from a centralized location. Whereas Journey Accelerator really allows that augmentation on top of it. It's really designed to be lightweight and simple for that employee and that manager to use. So simple content, tasking, URLs, videos, learnings can all be added to specific task templates and plans. It is only focused on managers, employees, or a mentor to complete. So you can't, through Journey Accelerator, create fulfiller-based activities, for example. It's not dependent on another activity. It's not part of a complex, cascade of multiple different activities. And it can be edited or modified by the manager or a mentor themselves. And finally, it can be part of a decentralized structure. So as we'll get into in the demo in a little bit, you can also build these plans to be built and managed by the functional team or manager lead with the appropriate approval workflows on the back end to make sure it makes sense as well. So it's really designed to be flexible and augmentable to those lifecycle event workflows. And then finally, a little bit more about the continuous improvement and embedded learning within here. So we've wanted to make sure that we're thinking about these holistically. So employees get the ability to get learning from their manager or from their organization right in the flow of that journey, as well as share their feedback based off of specific actions that an employee might be completing as part of that workflow. Managers and functional team leads can go ahead and embed pertinent learnings within the workflow to make sure that the right information is getting to these employees at the right time. And then those administrators can receive that timely feedback based off of exactly what's happening within the workflow. So the nice thing about our listening post capabilities is it's built off of specific actions that you complete within the workflow. So let's say you complete one specific task, it will actually flag you to complete a quick, lightweight survey. Much better for capturing that real-time feedback than asking, say, a broad survey at the end of a 2-3 month long journey to go back and think about the entire experience. Let's capture that moment right in the flow of work. So with that, I want to get into the demo in a little bit more detail. So I'll pass it over to Krista in just a second, but I want to tell you a little bit more about what we're going to go through. So first, we want to show how easy it is to migrate from lifecycle event-based workflows. If you're only using lifecycle events today, how easy it is to connect those to a quote-unquote journey within Journey Designer. And then we'd love to show you how you can extend that journey to include those team-specific tasks, feedback, learning, and more. And then finally, we'll end with the manager's point of view to show how easy it is to augment that journey themselves through the Employee Center, as well as complete some of those actions themselves to drive the journey forward. So without further ado, I will go ahead and pass it over to Krista, and she will get into the demo so we can see these in action in a little bit more detail. Krista, you want to take it from here?
Yeah, thanks, Scott. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and look at Journey Designer from a couple of different perspectives. I'm gonna go and get my Zoom bar out of the way here. Okay, so you are used to seeing lifecycle event tasks, right, within the My Request area. So today, I want to show you how we can take this promotion request from this view, right, this timeline view, and looking at it within the My Request area to being able to look at it within the Journeys area. So there's a couple of different ways that I can get to Journeys as an employee. I have my navigational item across the top here. So when I drill in, I happen to be in as a manager. I can see my team's journeys. I can see my own journeys, as well as journey and task templates that I can manage. So this is where I can see all the different journeys that my team is on, right? So I don't have to drill into each individual like HR case like I did previously. I have that at a glance view, and I can easily drill into that journey itself as the manager, and I have that full insight. So the configuration that we're going to do today is taking that promotion case that we saw previously and putting it into this nice holistic view here. So as the manager, I can easily see like what's required for me, maybe what, that person that's being promoted needs to do, what's due soon, and really have that complete timeline view of not only our lifecycle event stages, but also our journey accelerator stages as well. So the journeys widget is one way, or the journeys navigation item is one way that I can get to journeys. Another way that I can get to journeys is there's a delivered widget on the homepage here. So if I was in as an employee, I would be able to see my journeys. Since I'm in as a manager, I see my team's journeys. So again, I can see those ones that require my attention. Maybe they're at risk, right? There's some overdue tasks here. Or maybe I haven't published a particular journey yet, and I can drill into this from here. Another way that I can get into it is through the My Active Items widget through Employee Center Pro. So again, I can easily see that I have 3 members that are on a journey here. So I can see it directly through the Active Items widget. And if you've enabled Manager Hub, I can also see it directly within Manager Hub. So this is where, again, I can be called out to journeys that need my attention. So this is what Scott was talking about, right? When we have those widgets and being able to surface that information to the managers or to the employees rather than having to click into the My Requests area. And then there was a question earlier that I answered on the chat, right? Do journey tasks also come into the My Tasks? And they do, right? So this is another way that I can get to just some of the things that I need to do. So not only can I see my HR tasks that I have here, but I can also see my journey tasks together directly within the tasks area. And then again, I can easily filter between my various journeys and see those tasks that I need to complete. So if I update in one area, it updates in the other, but it's just multiple entry points for me to be able to get into not only that journey if I wanted to click in here, but into the tasks associated with that journey as well. Okay, so let's drill into some administrative pieces. So I've just flipped over to my other tab here where I'm in as an HR administrator. And I first just want to take you into the lifecycle event, right? Just to kind of reiterate what we're going to be doing today and probably the view that you're used to. So for those of you that may not be familiar, this is our lifecycle event for our promotion. We're going to be going in and configuring a new view for our promotion journey today. So this is probably the view that a lot of you are used to being able to see and go in and configure. This is not going anywhere, right? We're just going to add in some additional configuration options and utilize our existing lifecycle event. So I have all of my different activity sets that are kicking off here and all of my different activities within those activity sets. All right, so we are going to go in and we're going to go into our Journey Designer admin console here. This is a new feature that we came out with, I believe, in our Tokyo release, if I remember correctly, or our Utah release. And so this is a one-stop shop for me as an admin to be able to go in and manage everything as it relates to journeys and even lifecycle events within my organization. So it's really, that command central for me to be able to go in and configure things. So at the top here, I see my top 3 journey configurations, and I can see where how many different journeys this configuration is used in. I can also see what I have configured within each of these different journeys, right? Do I have my lifecycle event configured? Do I have my personalized message? To the right here are resources for me. So we wanted to make it easy for admins to be able to go in and learn about new features as they are continually released and built out within Journey Management and Journey Designer. So I can learn more about decentralized journeys, release notes, or watch a quick video about that creation. If I just want to have some helpful tips on getting started, right? Like what is a journey? When should I use lifecycle events? And maybe when should I use journey accelerator tasks? I can learn a little bit more about that here. Down below, I also have my next steps that I can take. I can see that journey templates has been called out as a new feature. I can easily go in and manage my personalized messages, as well as my quick links, or even manage my calendar task templates here. So we're going to actually go in and we're going to manage our journey. We're going to go in and manage our journey configurations here. So we're going to go in and we're going to drill into our manage journey configurations. And we're going to create a new journey configuration for promotions here. So when I click on new, this takes me to the area where I'm going to go in and basically say, do I want to tie together a lifecycle event, or do I want to tie together a journey accelerator? And sorry, I actually went in and jumped ahead here. So I'm going to go in and configure actually a new task within my journey accelerator plan. I'm going to go back to my journey designer admin console. I got ahead of myself. Okay, so I'm going to go back into my journey template. And basically what I'm doing here is we already have a journey accelerator plan for promotions already configured. I want to go in and I want to show you how easy it is to add in a new task to that journey accelerator plan. So I can see that this plan consists of 3 different stages here. We have week 1 of our new job, month 1 of our new job, and month 2. And I can see all the associated task templates that have been currently configured within these particular stages. So when I drill into week 1, maybe I want to go in and I want to add in a new task to week 1 here. When I drill into edit mode, this is where I have the ability to come in and add in new tasks or also modify existing tasks. So let's go in and let's take a look at this existing task template here. When I add in a new task, I have a couple of options here. By default, I can choose if this is a mandatory task, something that I want someone to be able to go in and do, if I want it to be editable by the manager, and if I want this to be a learning task, a pulse survey task, a calendar task, or maybe just a regular task here. And so again, I'm going in and I'm doing this as the admin. Down below, I have the short description. So that's going to be the title of the task, as well as the overall task description. So this is where I can come in and I can add in a table. I can write my text, my font color. I can add in a link if I want to link out to maybe a third-party website or third-party system, or even add in an image or even a video here. Now, my additional fields are where I'm going to say, who do I want to assign this to? So you'll notice here, right, by default, I'm doing this at the template level. So when this journey task in this journey plan gets created, I can say, hey, this is going to be automatically assigned to the employee within that promotion plan, or it's going to be automatically assigned to the manager within that promotion plan, or even the mentor here. So this is pulling from fields from the system. And then this is also where I can say, when do I want this task to be due? Is it due maybe 10 days after this journey plan is created? Or maybe it's 30 days after, or maybe it's 7 days after. So this is how easy it is for me to be able to go in and add in a new task as part of my journey accelerator plan. Okay, so now we're going to go into our journey configurations here, and we're going to create a new journey configuration. And so I'm going to name this our promotion journey. In my journey source, this is where I'm telling the system what stages and tasks I'm going to pull into this journey. So as Scott mentioned, if you are not ready to roll out those journey accelerator plans yet, right? More of those like departmental functional based plans, but you want to turn on that new journey designer view. You only have to select your journey source to be the lifecycle event here. So you'll notice that I can easily add in my lifecycle event type. We also have the ability to use journeys for more informalized things like career development or career growth, right? And so maybe they're not necessarily tied to a lifecycle event. So this is where you can select your journey source to be journey accelerator. But for the purpose of today, I want to bring together that promotion journey accelerator plan that we just dove into, and our lifecycle event that we already have created and have been utilizing together. So for this one, I'm going to select lifecycle events and journey accelerator. Now I already have a new journey type created of promotions here. I went in and did this previously. And so now I'm just selecting my lifecycle event type. And so again, when I type in promotion, I'm pulling from my existing lifecycle event. And then I have my journey accelerator plan type of promotion. So this is how I'm tying the two together. Now you'll notice that when I selected that lifecycle event, it automatically pulled in some additional fields below. So my journey owner is going to be the opened for from the lifecycle events case, right? And so in this case, it's going to be the manager that is going to be that journey owner that has that overall insight into, that progress, can make edits and some of those different pieces. Now down below, I have some additional options. I can go in and I can enter in maybe a custom title for this journey if I'd like to, or by default, I can select what fields that I want to pull in for this particular journey title. So this is what this journey is going to be called. So I'm just going to keep my existing journey fields that I have here, and I'm going to enter in a description of this is a journey for an employee being promoted to a manager. All right, I'm going to right click and click save here, and we're going to go through some additional options. So this is also where I can decide as an admin, what does the journey owner have the ability to do, right? So you might want to turn on Journey Accelerator plans, but you might want to say, hey, we're not ready for managers to be able to go in and edit this journey yet. Maybe we want to give them visibility, but we don't want them to be able to add new journey tasks or anything like that. So I simply just don't have to check this box of edit journey. I can decide, do journey owners have the ability to add in mentors? Can they view a satisfaction score, which I'll talk about later on? And then you'll notice if I do say, hey, they have the ability to edit the journey here, well, can they add in recommended learning? Can they add in quick links? Can they add in a personalized message? And if I say, yeah, I want them to be able to add in a personalized email message, well, I want to give them maybe a basis to start off with, right? I want to give them a template to pull from. And this is where I can see like what that template is going to be within that HTML format here. Or of course, I can go in and edit that template. All right, so when I saved, some additional tabs popped open below. So you'll see here that I can see all of my promotion activity sets that have automatically pulled in. Again, because of me selecting this lifecycle event across the top here. I can also see my promotion journey accelerator configuration stages have pulled in. And again, that's because I selected my journey plan here. So I can see everything that's pulled in here. I want to go in and I want to add in some additional options here as well. So I can go in and I can add in quick links for a particular journey. I'm going to stay on this page and hit save really quick, as well as some recommended learning. So I'll talk about quick links again. We're going to look at this, but maybe I want to add in the career and growth website here that I already have created. So quick links are basically a little widget that pops up within the journey plan where I can go in and I can navigate them to areas within ServiceNow or even areas outside of ServiceNow. As Scott mentioned, through our learning post functionality, we also have the ability to automatically pull in learning courses that an individual is assigned within that learning management system. But recommended learning allows for more of that passive learning, right? So maybe I know that there's a management course that individuals have, had really good success with when they're being promoted from an individual contributor to a manager. So I can go in and I can add in that management course as a recommended learning, and that will pop up within a widget within that journey configuration. Lastly, I have my satisfaction score actions. So Scott also talked about our satisfaction score and our listening post functionality, right? So you can send out those pulse surveys during those important moments that matter. Well, you can also say actions need to happen. If I have a satisfaction score that maybe is less than 3, right? I can say, hey, I want the manager to be able to go in and schedule a meeting with that direct report, right? With that employee to find out why that satisfaction score was less than 3 and what we can do to improve upon that experience. Lastly, the one other thing that I forgot to point out is the mentor permission. So you can enable mentors within a journey, and you can define what mentors can do. Can they add in other mentors? And do they have the ability to maybe assign tasks to that employee as well? Okay, the last thing that we need to do is we need to go in and add in a new HR service. So you guys probably already have a service that kicks off a promotion lifecycle event. Well, we need to tell it, hey, instead of kicking off the lifecycle event, we want to now kick off this journey, which obviously kicks off both. I can go in and I can create a new HR service from scratch here, but I actually want to show you how it's even easier than that. And I can just go in and copy my existing HR service. So I'm going to go into my HR service here, and you'll notice that I already have a promotion request HR service that I've been utilizing. When I drill into this, I'm simply going to come in and right click and insert and stay here. So this is where I have the ability to copy everything from this existing HR service here. But I'm going to rename this, right? And I'm going to call this our promotion journey here. And I'm just going to make a few changes. The fulfillment type, instead of being a lifecycle event, is now going to be a journey, right? So this is now where we're going to pull in our journey configuration that we just created here for our promotion, which is going to tell the system that, hey, when this lifecycle event or when this HR service kicks off, we're now going to kick off this new journey configuration. Now, you'll notice, right, that is the only thing that I had to change within this HR service. So we can still utilize your existing, record producer, your existing HR template. We are just telling the system that instead of kicking off that lifecycle event fulfillment type, we're going to kick off that journey configuration when this HR service kicks off. So again, I'm going to go in and click save here. And that's all that we needed to do. So now we're going to go in and we're going to test out this journey configuration and show you this new view here. So again, we can do this a couple of different ways, right? I can go in and I can create a new HR service, I can create a new HR case as an admin. I can go in and submit that promotion request, record producer. But I'm going to do my favorite way when I go in to test stuff out, and I'm going to do the test functionality within a lifecycle event. I like to show this because a lot of our customers don't know that this functionality exists. But when you're playing around with lifecycle events and you want to test out, how it looks, this test functionality will allow you to create an HR case directly from here and actually test it from any activity set. So I'm going to input my subject person as Alicia Cole. So she's going to be the person that is going through this promotion journey here. And I'm going to preview, and my opened for is going to be Maria Davies, right? So she's my manager. She's Alicia's manager. And I want to see what this looks for her. So my HR service, again, that I'm going to be testing out here is my promotion journey. And then I can even choose what activity set I want to test from, right? Maybe I want to test out like from formal communication. We're going to test this out from the beginning. Again, preview allows me to see all the activities and all the activity sets that will kick off here. And then when I click on test, this is actually creating that lifecycle event case and all of those associated journey tasks and journey plans as part of this promotion. So you can do this for like a dummy employee and constantly test and test and test and make sure that everything's kicking off correctly. So I did a hands-on workshop a couple weeks ago, and a lot of customers did not know about this. So I can see that this HR case has been created here. I can also see this right across the top. I can drill into this, and this will show me, again, all of my different activity sets within the HR case, all those different pieces. But I do want to go in and show you what this looks like from the manager view. But again, right, just showing you more of that legacy view here. All right, so we're going to flip back to Maria here, and we're going to go into Maria's journeys, right? And so she's going to drill into her team journey here. And here is that promotion journey that literally kicked off 1 minute ago for Alicia Cole. And so this is how we took that existing lifecycle event view. And now we're in here as Maria, right? I can see that Maria is our plan owner. Remember, we added that welcome note, that personalized message. So this is where Maria is prompted to send that, that personalized message to the team here, or to Alicia. So this is where she has the ability to modify this message, right? I'll be this, I'll be your mentor throughout your promotion journey, right? She can make edits here, and this will send an email directly from the system. Since we gave her edit rights, she also has the ability to go in and edit, so she can add in a new stage, or in week 1, she can start to add in new tasks here, whether she wants to build a task from scratch, or even pull in a task from all of her existing task templates, right? Maybe she wants to schedule a meeting for herself to check in on Alicia's progress, right? And she's going to go in and assign this to herself here. So this is now where she has the ability to add in that particular task and finish editing. And then, of course, right, she can see all of those formalized journey stages that we have here, as well as those all those formalized lifecycle event stages, as well as all of those informalized journey stages in one single view. Down below, this is where she can see that recommended learning that we just added, as well as those quick links that we added previously. Again, bringing everything together for both Alicia and Maria in one centralized view, utilizing those journey management capabilities. All right, so that was my demonstration. I'm going to turn it back over to Scott to go ahead and wrap up.
Excellent. Thank you so much for that, Krista. That was really, really impactful. Thank you. So let me go ahead and share my screen one last time and get into a little bit of FAQs that we frequently get from customers before we open up to live Q&A. First, what license do you need to take advantage of all the value that Journey Designer adds? So Journey Designer is only entitled to our HRSD enterprise customers. So if you are an HRSD enterprise customer, you can go ahead and install that plugin today. If you're not, feel free to reach out to your ServiceNow account team to discuss how you can get access to this application. We've touched on this a couple times, but I really want to just nail this point here is if we only use lifecycle events-based workflows, should I still activate Journey Designer? So our strong recommendation would be yes. It was designed to be flexible for, as you saw during the demo, for lifecycle event only based workflows, as well as those that take in those team or specific workflows on top of it. So even if you don't plan on taking advantage of those team or functional specific workflows, you can still take advantage of the other benefits that we went over earlier, built on the latest technology, aligned to our long-term product roadmap, integrations with the mobile application, Manager Hub, so on and so forth. So a lot of value outside of just leveraging Journey Accelerator as well. So from an agent's point of view, will migrating to Journey Designer impact the agent supporting these cases? So fundamentally, no. Agents will continue to create and or manage their journey-related cases as they handle their lifecycle event cases today. Nothing will change for them. The only thing that will change is if you are leveraging Journey Accelerator, they will also now have a new related list on their workspace that lets them know about the Journey Accelerator tasks that are part of that journey as well. So not necessarily for them to complete tasks themselves, but it gives them a holistic view of what's going on with that journey in case there's any questions or concerns that arise. And then finally, will navigating to journeys in the portal change for employees, managers, or mentors from when we were just using lifecycle events? So yes, cases will no longer show up under the My Request section. It will show up under the Journeys section of the portal as Krista was just showing. And we'll have a few new ingress points into the journey cases and tasks for those users. So what are those entry points? So employees, owners, mentors will get access from, as Krista showed, the My Journeys portion of the Employee Center header, the My Active Items widget on the homepage. There is a dedicated Journeys widget on the homepage. It's optional, but you can, once you install Journey Designer, you can go ahead and add that. Manager Hub, if installed, as well as any notifications or emails, will redirect them directly there as well. I do want to note that if you are using lifecycle events today, if you are using an integration or a business rule or any other sort of automation to kick off that lifecycle event today, you'll need to go ahead and update that logic to instead trigger that new Journey HR service as Krista showed. Most of our organizations find that pretty straightforward, but that is something you'll need to do. And then for any organizations that have been using Journey Accelerator in the past prior to version 4 or earlier, you will need to migrate to Journey Designer. So Journey Accelerator is now bundled directly in with Journey Designer to help organizations take advantage of that value right away. So you will need to migrate if you are on version 4 or earlier. However, the good news is we have a couple scripts stored on our ServiceNow store page for Journey Designer that you can simply install into your instance and migrate those automatically. We do have some resources here that will be helpful after this conversation if you would like to go ahead and learn a little bit more or see a little bit more information. This will be shared. In addition, we have a step-by-step migration guide, essentially goes through the demo that Krista went step-by-step for you folks to migrate yourself. We have our product documentation as well as more information on the Journey Designer store page. So ServiceNow does not do this or wants to build a strong ecosystem around you. So there's other ways to support you as you are going through migrations to Journey Designer, as well as other parts of your ServiceNow ecosystem. So we have our ServiceNow Impact solution, training and certification resources, as well as our expert services, all here to help you realize the most of your ServiceNow investments. So with that, we want to thank you all for your questions and your time today. We really appreciate it, and we hope that this was a helpful presentation as you begin your migration over to Journey Designer. Thank you all. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and again, appreciate your time.